Hey guys, what's up? Got another tutorial for you guys today, and today it is gauntlets. These things are super simple, super quick, and really easy to do, especially with Halloween coming up. You guys need some gauntlets real quick. Hopefully this tutorial can help you guys out. Let's get to it. Alright, now we're going to get started building these gauntlets. This will probably be one of the easiest ones to build because it's literally just like 6 parts total. Those two, one that goes down the center to cover the seam, and then the 3 fins. I've already got everything cut out. These silver lines right here, we're going to burn in with a wood burner here after we put the actual gauntlet together. But first, we're going to start off with a heat gun, apply some heat to it, get these things mostly shaped, and then we'll glue them down the center. When you're gluing them, you'll basically use these lines right here as your hash marks to make sure it lines up, or you can just line out the edges because it's really not that long of a line. Get your pieces all heated up. Basically just going to take each half of a gauntlet, roll it up, and kind of bend it back just a little bit, hold it in place there, and then it'll eventually hold its shape good enough to start gluing. Go ahead and do the same for the other one. The reason why I bend it back this way is because whenever you glue these two down the center, there is a slight curve to it. So by rolling it and then holding it like this, it helps it get that curve that it needs to keep them together. And now we're going to glue them together. Alright, I've applied contact cement along each edge right here, and I went ahead and put contact cement along the bottom side here. And we're going to start with the top, and the center and the front. You can also start with the other end. It's all up to you. I did forget to mention that these are made out of 6mm craft foam, but you can use 4 or 5 and it'll work just as well. Now we're going to be covering up this seam line with this piece, so you can afford a couple of mistakes on your seam line here, but you still want to try to get it just as smooth as you can. And then we're going to flip it over and go with this bottom part here around the forearm. I did not glue the entire length of this side. I left a little bit around the wrist open, with no glue, so that way there's room to actually slide your hand in and out. And what we'll be doing is just adding some Velcro right there, if you want, you can anyway, to help close that off. There it is, all put together. And if you want to, you can leave this entire side open and just have Velcro. You can probably get away with 2 pieces of Velcro right there. And now that it's all put together, we're going to go ahead and use our wood burner to burn in these lines. If you don't have a wood burner, you can just cut halfway through the foam with your box knife or whatever knife you're using. And when you apply heat, the lines will open up. If you're going to do that, I would do that before you put them together. But if you're using wood burner, I suggest doing it after you put it together. Just so that way all the lines look consistent and they all line up. Okay, and for this center part, it is just 2mm craft foam. I've already heated it up. I laid it on here, traced it out where it needs to go, which the points just line up with the center of the seam line. You can use contact cement for this, but I a bit impatient at times, and I just used super glue. Apply it on there and just make sure that it is all nice and on there. Just like that. And I'll be using super glue for the fins as well, which I forgot to mention. When you cut these out, you'll want to cut them at an outward angle on the front and the top, and then just leave the bottom and the back a straight cut. And you can put the fins right here on that if you want, or over here to the side. It's all really up to you, personal choice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, these things are super simple. As you can tell here, I actually only need the glue right there because it's a little bit smaller than I anticipated. So make adjustments. And I'll just apply some glue and Velcro right there up front, and that'll help hold it secure. But yeah, get the fins glued on there, and then we'll paint it up. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and glue on the fins. And all I'm going to do is just put some super glue right here on the very edge. And you can tell where I've marked it here on the gauntlet. And I'm just going to apply it like that and hold it until it dries. I've got the fins glued on. I'm going to glue on one more thing. You don't have to do this, but it does help to hold the actual gauntlet together. I've just got two little strips of 2mm foam here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to super glue them on the inside of the gauntlet here, right there over that seam on the top and the bottom, so that way it's almost like a reinforcement so that seam doesn't bust whenever you're putting it on and taking it off. Like I said, it's not absolutely necessary, but it does help hold things together. And it doesn't take much. Just about like you did with fins and that top piece. Just a line of it will work. And I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom part of that as well. Alright, and here's the final step before painting. It's the Velcro closure for the wrist. And I just cut a small piece of the hook side Velcro, the rough side, about 1 inch long. This is the sew-on stuff, so it's not sticky back. And I'm just going to super glue it on. You could also use contact cement for this. Again, I'm just using super glue because I'm a bit impatient. You want to make sure that you have the rough side on the outside of the gauntlet here, because you don't want this stuff rubbing up against your skin, because it'll eventually start hurting and it'll, you know, not feel too comfortable wearing it for a few hours on end. And I'm going to take the soft side, loop side, and we're going to super glue about a ½ inch or so on the smooth side on the inside of the gauntlet here. Just right there at the very end. So that way when it closes, it just wraps over like that. Alright guys, that's all there is to building these gauntlets. Like I said, they are super simple. And slide your hand in like that. Grab the Velcro and pull it close until it's comfortable. You can use these for Red Hood, Nightwing, Batman, whatever, and of course you don't have to add the fins. You can add your own style to it and everything else. Yeah, that's it. Next up's painting and some weathering battle damage if you want. Alright guys, that does it for this video. Like always, I hope you guys learned something. Share this video with somebody who you think might find it handy. If you guys want templates for these, if you guys want me to add them in my shop, let me know in the comments down below. Yeah. You guys have a good one.